Okay. It looks like I'm up. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at some of the streaming services. YouTube is up. I can see an image and everything else. Let me make sure I'm getting the chat. We are. It looks like Robin Cat over on Twitch. Okay, we have that. And Beam. What are we doing on Beam? Beam. My little redheaded stepson. Well, I've actually got a redheaded son, so come on. I'm gonna try forcing the server it connects to. Okay, so it looks like Beam is the only one that we're having trouble with. So I'm just going to continue on. Hopefully it catches up. Since that is the main one I do stream on. Hi, Thomas. Let me go through. Yeah, it's the first one of the series. Everyone go ahead and tweet this out on whatever platform you're on. So we can get a lot of people in here. Nothing's worse than streaming something new to like 5 people. So I did go ahead and start this off on Beam, but we're having trouble. And a lot of people just have trouble with Beam as far as connecting to it. As much as I love the service, a lot of people still seem to be having trouble with it. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just keep multi-streaming. I'm going to have to move that so I can see that. Crypto something, and welcome. Thank you for the stream on... Sorry, thank you for the follow on Beam. Oh, sorry, Twitch. I probably should get my bots up too. But anyway.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Jump in the beard! Drink to the beard! Cause beards are good! And scruff!
There we go. Let me go ahead and shrink this down. Let everything update. There might be a few more follower notifications as they roll in. I forgot to start those up when I started because, well, it was quite the hurry. Quite a rush. No problem. Okay, so I was writing down the things that I want to, the goals that I want for this version around. I'm going to be using Unity 2017. And just to make chat a little easier for me to see, I am going to move it over here. Oh, here we go. The echo. There we go. Did not seem to come up on Beam. So that people know over on Beam that we are on YouTube and Twitch as well. Maybe it'll pop up on... Well, it says it's up on Mixer. I don't know. No, it doesn't. It still says it's connecting. Anyway, I'm not going to spend any more time dicking around with it. I'll just let them hopefully find it on the other channels. Yeah, it's not working for you on Beam. Same here. I don't know why. On Restreamio, I'm not sure if I can show this. I just got the circling ball for Beam. I don't know why it's just not connecting to it. We've got the other two. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to shrink this down a bit. just so I can see it, so I don't have to keep looking over there. Although now my mic's in the way, so. See if I can get this down a bit. That's a bit better. There we go. I need like a third part of my arm. But anyway, hopefully sounds still okay. Okay, so we're going to use Unity 2017. I'm going to use whatever the latest version is at the time. Right now, I am running, I think, beta 8. Beta 8. I downloaded this a few days ago. There might be a new one. So if you want to follow along, I highly recommend going ahead and grabbing whatever the latest version of Unity is. And I'll just keep updating as we go along. This will hopefully save us having to do a huge upgrade from, well, it won't be huge, hopefully, but from 5.6 to Unity 2017 later in this year. Actually, I think it's what, July? Is it July we're getting 2017? So it might just be right around the corner anyway, so we might as well get used to it anyway. But as far as things I want to do, I still want to do outdoor environments. I might go ahead and load stuff up either inside of Blender or just go ahead and grab free assets off the asset store to make dungeons that we can go ahead and run around in as well. But I don't want to get into using a lot of paid assets. Actually, I don't want any paid assets. I want them all to be free so everyone can follow along as easily as possible. Rebeam, is that the one you sent me before? If that's the link you sent me before Game Fails, I don't like it because it would just stop streaming to Twitch and YouTube periodically. Sometimes after 45 minutes, sometimes after 2 hours. So I'd have to keep checking. I didn't like it. Let me just check here. You have a ULR for it? But anyway, I'm okay with just having the two. If Beam comes up, great. Oh, here we go. He probably can't even hear me. I think he's over on, well, he's over on Mixer. But anyway, I might just need to actually update that. I'll do it in the settings later. Yeah. Exozone, I think that's the one I used before. I did not like it at all. Like I said, it would just stop periodically for me. Well, there we go. It's up here. I didn't even see the link. No. I'll play around with it later. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the one you sent me before. Like I said, it just kicks me out. So should write this down. Free assets, because I want to make sure that
Welcome.
it's available to be distributed on Spine EDK. Welcome to Twitch. Thanks for the follow. I want to make sure I can go ahead and easily share this through GitHub. And I probably don't have the GitHub link anymore. No.
You need to
There we go.
shake this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Up in the beard, drink to the beard, 'cause beards are good and scruff!
Greg, you can make okayish models if you need something. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind people having stuff to contribute. It's all going up on GitHub. So realize that people are going to be taking your work and doing stuff with it. Maybe stuff that you didn't intend with it. If you're okay with that, let me know. And I'm sure there's probably a ton of stuff we can do to well, get you some work. Maybe I should say get you some practice. And I've already got the Git repo set up. Let's see if I still have it. I've already closed it. I'll quickly open it up again, just so you have the link. Yeah, we'll have a quest system. But right now, I want to get down all the ideas so we can start organizing them into stuff that I can do. So this is the link. Yeah, achievement system, we're pretty close to. We can use almost the exact same system for quests and achievements. I don't know how many achievements I'll throw in, but whoops, we'll get there. Don't expect everything to be spelt properly, but I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you're used to that. We're on YouTube right now. You're talking to me on YouTube. There's nothing to upload. YouTube saves it automatically. Now, originally what I was going to do is just stream it on Beam and then go ahead and condense what we did on Beam. So maybe we had a 2-hour stream on Beam.
Welcome.
Most of the time I could go ahead and condense that down to 10 minutes. Morgram. I believe I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The same as Anti-Deodorant. Thank you for the follow on Twitch and welcome to the stream. Everyone say hello. But back to that. What I was going to do is go ahead and originally just do the live streams through Beam and then go ahead and cut those up and go ahead and make like a 10-minute video out of that 2-hour video and upload that. Wow. Let me catch up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at why it's not working up on Beam. I'm having a lot of followers that have trouble. They can't watch on Beam, and I don't know why. It's still new. I have enough problems with it that I'm still going to multi-stream out to all 3 services. Once Beam is a little more polished, I guess, then I'll go back to it being my only service. I really like it. I love the interactivity, but there's just still too many bugs, especially with their SDK. It's not complete enough for me. But I will definitely keep an eye on it. But again, like I said, I was going to go ahead and take the 2-hour live streams because this was down to 10-minute videos and upload them to YouTube. But since this is going to upload to YouTube automatically, I'm not going to bother downloading it and editing it and then doing it. You'll just have to watch the whole thing. Downside of streaming it. What else? Not everything is going to be live streamed. There's going to be times where I just don't have time to live stream, so I'll go ahead and throw up, like that 10-minute video type thing. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, not everything will be live streamed. Some days I'm just going to upload videos. It will be a weekly thing for now.
Welcome.
Oh, well, look at that. More followers. Little Punk 72. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Everyone, get ready. Get your hands up. We'll go ahead and keep working on what exactly do we want to achieve this time around. AI is pretty. Yeah, there will be a form of AI in the game. I'm probably going to use the Unity Navmesh. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that. But at least for the first pass, I'm not sure if they've done anything to it in 2017. In 5.6, it's okay. It's definitely a lot better than it was when the first time I played around with it. There's still a lot of stuff that I wish it had in it. But to keep things super simple, at least for that first pass, we'll stick to using the Navmesh. I'm going to just quickly scroll through. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. If you had an idea and I did not get it down. Whoops. There was one at the top that I went and scrolled. So the off-link meshes are still wonky. Okay, we'll work around with it for now. Inventory. We're going to be using a lot of scriptable objects for stuff like that. Wow. Follow a lot of new followers over on Twitch. What I was saying earlier before we came live over on YouTube and Twitch, I want to go ahead and do a lot more editor stuff. So a lot of scriptable objects, a lot of our own customizable editors. If you've watched at least some of the item series database, we're going to be making a lot of stuff like that. So either we're going to go ahead and just continue on with that, or maybe upgrade it to exactly what we want here. Our inventory system is going to be based off of that as well. What else? Our mobs that we're making, they'll be based off of a database that's made out of scriptable objects as well. So a lot of scriptable objects and a lot of editors. Unity Navmesh. Yeah, random place chest. Yeah, we had that before. Randomly, nothing in the game is truly randomly placed. You have spawn points, and we'll be working with spawn points again. There's no way around it in most games. Like, you always have spawn points. Yeah. Oh, Greg, you haven't watched enough of my videos. I use spawn points all over the place. The new series that I have up for when I was teaching the high school class. Shameless self plug. Let's just go ahead and check out my channel. Playlists.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard!
Not this one, the one before this.
The beards are good!
Oh, they're not ordered. Right here. Your first FPS.
Welcome.
You'll deal with spawn points. You'll learn a lot of the very basic things like that as far as game mechanics and just getting used to Unity. So if you've never used Unity, or you're just still really getting used to Unity, this is actually the pretty much everything that we cover the first week in high school class that I teach. I'd recommend going ahead and take a look at that. And then if you want to get a little bit more into coding, jump into the, where was it? Right here, Simon. This is pretty much week 2. There's other stuff as well, but you get the idea, week 1, week 2. And that should get you started. Okay, let me quickly catch up. Networking. I don't really like the way UNet is, so networking will be later on. If we do get into networking, it'll probably be with Photon. I have not used Photon in a long time, so I'm not sure what's been improved in the last, year and a half. So I'll have to go ahead and take a look at that. I can throw that down here as an extra type thing. But I'm pretty sure I will not be using UNet. But then again, I don't know. When we get to it, we'll figure it out. And I do know that I might go ahead, once we get halfway through, go ahead and start a UE version as well, Unreal Engine. I like Unreal Engine. I want to learn more with Unreal Engine. There's more projects that I want to do with it. So I'm going to go ahead, and once we've got a good solid base, maybe one day a week, dedicate to the Unreal Engine version. So, but we're still going to be doing all the prototyping inside of Unity. And did I miss anything else? Yeah, spawn points. Like I said, you just make a point in the world. Boom, that's where you spawn stuff. Store it in an array somewhere. And you just pick one at random. Okay, let me just quickly check here. Nope, that keeps automatically going up and down. Level Max, well, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And there's something else I wanted to open up here. I don't remember what it was. Not sure why I have so much crap opened up. Okay. Anyone else have any other ideas that they want to add in? So as far as character creation goes, I don't really want to go with a class system either. I don't want to have, you know, like your ranger or a hunter and your warrior and your magic user. I've never really liked class-based systems. I like skills. So I know I want it to be a skill-based system. What else do we want to get it to? And if you have any assets that you want to contribute, the best way to get a hold of me is through probably Beam, not Beam, Discord. Let me go ahead. I'll get you a link to Discord. At least the one that I use, the right here. What's the best way to post this? I guess go through each one. Okay, I'll start off in YouTube. That's the Discord link. Twitch. It will not let me post in Twitch. Let me try refreshing. There we go. And I don't think there's anyone watching, but just in case. On Mixer, there we go. Let me quickly catch up here. No problem. This is all going to be saved on YouTube. Perhaps a build system. I don't want to get into that, to be quite honest. It might be something when we get close to the end, stuff that we can add to. But right now, I don't want to have any sort of like Minecraft or Rust type elements in the game where you can build. I think our plates are going to be full enough for having one person and doing all this here as well. I'm not sure what you mean, people from mini genre. Is that what you're trying to say? Mini genres? I don't think I'm gonna do crafting again. Like these could be stuff that we add to the end. Yeah, but they're not stuff that I want to plan for. Like, well, I guess we'll call it version 1, where, well, obviously we want combat, right? Anyone think of anything else? I want to go ahead and separate out the systems. Now the particle systems in 5.6 apparently got a pretty good update. Now I'm not going to do anything narrative. I don't feel like doing all the voice acting. The narrative, do you mean like where it just when you click on the quest and it tells, instead of actually reading the quest, someone speaks? I'm sure everyone will get tired of my voice acting after a while. Inventory. Yeah, let me get those written down. Just databases in general. Your scriptable objects. It is one more scriptable object, right? Yeah. So we'll go ahead. We'll use scriptable objects for database so we can hold all the basic items, all the different types of enchantments that you can have. Even your whole basic spell system could be stored inside of a scriptable object. Networks down here, Photon, that's kind of like an add-on. These are things that if we get done and we're really happy with this and I'm not burned out, then we can go ahead and start looking at some extra stuff. Like some stuff I know eventually partway through, I am going to be having another day where I work on Unreal Engine stuff, just because, like I said, I want to get better at Unreal Engine. I like it. And because of that, I know I'm going to be doing stuff in there. I don't want to get into any like conversations and stuff like that. I just want something super simple. Go out, a couple quests, your basic types of quests. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and let's at least do 4 types of quests. So you got your kill X mobs. Deliver item to someone, right? Chain quests. So you do this, then you got to do that, then something else. I'm trying to remember what the other one is. 4 basic types of quests in RPG games, modern RPGs. Kill X, deliver, chain, talk to, and deliver items are pretty much the exact same thing. There was another one. Let me scroll up and see if I can catch up. Well, walking through walls is pretty easy. You just turn the collider off on the wall. So let me scroll up, see network. Chat's moving too fast. I can't catch up. Especially when you're dealing with 2 different places. Not like Minecraft no more. Level design is something I do want to spend a little bit more time on. So let's actually go ahead and put that up here. Something I actually started doing and found out that I actually like doing it. Unity networking, stuff like Unet. I don't really like the pace that Unet's moving at. It's kind of crawled to a slow. So, crawl to a stop. So I'm probably, if I'm going to do any networking, it'll probably be with Photon, but I haven't used Photon in about 1.5 years. So I will have to go ahead and refresh myself with it. What else? Yeah, I think that was the other one I'm just thinking of. Collect, you know, like wasp wings. I'll have to look that. Okay. So we can go ahead and add more to this as certain things come up, but that's pretty much going to cover everything. And again, you know, like deliver an item to someone is almost the exact same as just going to talk to them. And I can add, oh, I've already added crafting, right? Yeah. Let's see. It's going to be completely new. We're going to start off with Unity 2017. Yeah, loot X, I've already, yeah, collect X, same thing. Gathering quest, yeah, collect X items. Yes, this is the new hack and slash. I had it as an original goal over on Patreon. It took a year to meet, but we got it. How do you see my goals, old goals? I'm so very seldom ever here. Because I'll have to make more goals. But yeah, it took us a year to get there, but we got there. Yeah, I don't want the whole follow quest. It's not bad. They're not hard. I guess we could add that. That's super simple. So I'll add it. Where's my text document? Well, that's more of a deliver. How about there we go. NPC will go from point A to point B. You got to defend them. Because as far as just having them follow you from point A to point B, we could also do that too. Again, it's super simple. Lead NPC to someone. Now, or someplace. Someone. Now, these are pretty similar. There we go. I'm thinking about adding classes just for the NPCs. That might be something we look at later on. That way there you have an expectation when you get an NPC, like a warrior NPC, you run into him. You know exactly kind of what's going on with him. He's going to be fighting with like an axe or a sword, not a bow. He's not going to be casting spells type thing. So I might do that for NPCs. But again, I'll put that into the extra stuff. Escort service? What kind of game are we making? I'll add pets down here. Something I'm not planning on, but something we can get to. Maybe I'll make them, like I said, stretch goals later on. I'm not going to bother getting involved with stealth. There's a lot of stuff. Again, remember, it's just me doing this, so I don't want to take years doing it. That sounds more like a game dev, Greg. Enchanting, I'm not sure what you mean by enchanting. Making items better? We can do that through the spell system. Or crafting, if that's what you mean more than just upgrading items. I've done mini maps before, but we can go ahead and make one for that. I've covered mini maps a couple times. Maybe we'll go ahead and make a really cool one this time with different icons on it. Again, it's going to depend on what free assets I can find for the mini map icons. I'm not going to have lock picking. I'm not really sure what skills I'm going to have in the game right now. But there will be skill based, at least some basic skills. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to have in there though. Like I'm probably going to want to have different skills for different weapon types. So the more you use a sword, the better you get with the sword. If all of a sudden you pick up an axe, you should have some sort of base proficiency with an axe based on your use of a sword. But because, well, an axe is a different fighting style, the more you use it, the better you get with it. Then of course, later on you find, I don't know, bow and arrow. Again, different skill. But I haven't really sat down and thought about it too much. I just know I want skill-based. Some mini game systems like mini games. There can be some mini games in it. Again, I'll add it to the bottom. Depends what it is. Get rid of the red. Fire. Yeah, I'll have the ability to buff your weapon and stuff like that, but for actually changing the weapon as far as crafting, like if it's more crafting based, I'm going to leave it down here for now. And hello again to everyone that showed up. Well, yeah, there's going to be a UI system. As far as non-combat elements, now I'm just gonna have you find items for now. I don't want to get anything into crafting. Again, you have, version 1, you want to keep super small. Just stick to the core elements and get those working good. Then start adding all the other stuff in. If you try to add everything in at the start, you're never going to get anywhere. You'll never get anything done. The loot will be gear. So it's going to be quite a bit like we did with the first one, where you kill something and it's probably going to drop a corpse or something that you can go ahead and interact with. And let's say everything that dies just drops a chest. You open up the chest, and whatever loot was part of that loot table, I guess we should write that down. Anything that was part of the loot table that you belonged to, would go ahead, generate that loot, put it in the chest for you. You open it up, it's in there, you grab it. Whatever you don't grab, that chest itself is maybe only in the world for 5 minutes, and then after that, it self-destroys. No, I'm not going to go ahead and have sleeping or anything like that in it. As far as day-night goes, I've already got a series on that. I know it's been used quite a bit in some other games, and at least expanded on. So we might go ahead and include that into this one. But again, since I have a tutorial on it, that really doesn't need to be changed. If we ever get to that point, I'll just point other people to it. Just to, save myself a few days of coding. Best ways to make characters and equipment gear that shows up. Again, if you watch my first series, I've already covered that. We'll go ahead and we'll cover it again in here, but that's not really like a system or anything like that. That's just something in the game. But the first one, I do already have that in there. So if you're just looking for ways to do it, skim through the first series. I'm not sure what you mean by slicing objects. Like cutting a pineapple in half? No Fruit Ninja stuff there.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Jump in the beard! Drink to
Flash
the beard!
Blaze,
'Cause beards
thank you
are
for the
good.
follow. Welcome to the stream. Everyone say hello to Flash Blaze.
Welcome.
I'm not going to get into personalized loot. There's really no way to personalize it since there's really no class-based system. What do you do? Is go, oh, he's using a sword, so let's give him a higher chance of dropping a sword. That's about as personalized as I would get. I have absolutely no idea. Like I said, I'm only going to be doing it 1 day a week. That's really all I have time for. I was originally planning on Sundays. So if Sunday would roll around, I'd set a goal. We just keep going to we either hit that goal or I just run out of time. Then we continue on the next Sunday. I might go ahead and move it to Saturdays. It might be better for people if I do it on Saturdays. Well, it'll be one of those 2 days. Today it was Sunday because yesterday I just had too much to do and I didn't get a chance to get it all done.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Jump in the beard! Drink to the beard! 'Cause beards
I
are
can't even
good.
pronounce that. Ayo, hungry. Well. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Everyone say hello.
Welcome.
What do you guys think? What's better for you? Is it better for you on Ayo Hughes? Should be? Anyway, what's better for you guys? Saturday or Sunday? It looks like I have 2 for Saturday. And I'll probably have it. I was thinking about the time because I have so many people that are in different time zones. I'm thinking about having it my time noon, just to give you an idea. Right now it's 4:13, so it would be 4 hours before now. But on a Saturday, for me, it's a Sunday. So it would have been yesterday, 4 hours ago. Would be the time your time.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Jump in the beard! Drink to the beard! 'Cause beards are
Toasted
good.
Pretty, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Looks like Saturday's probably better.
Welcome.
Okay. Toasted Pretty. I'm not really sure what that name means. I don't know what a Prinny is. I keep thinking like a chip or something. But anyway, so it looks like everyone wants Saturday. I don't think I've seen anyone say Sunday yet. Campaign system. I'm not sure what you mean by campaign system.
Welcome.
Well, companion. Um, like a fighting companion or just like a pet? Because we've already got pets. I'll write it down, but I really don't think I'm going to get into that. Like I said, I'm one person and there's already a ton of stuff here to do. Yeah, there's already a ton of stuff here to do for me, so. Okay. Quickly go through as long as I'm going to have all of it uploaded to YouTube anyway. So even if I don't condense it down to a 10-minute video, you'll still get that 1 or 2 hour stream to watch. I know some people like that. They like seeing, when I make mistakes and how I go about fixing the mistake or hearing about the logic, at least while I was thinking about it while I did it. Some people don't. They just want that 10-minute video. And for those that are just jumping in now that missed the start, I was saying not every week will be a live stream. Some days I just won't have time to live stream. So I'll just go ahead and upload a video.
You need to shave this thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Defend the beard! Drink
Mox
to
Jet,
the beard!
thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
And scruff!
Okay, and again, if you go to github.com, take a look for me. I do have a repo already set up for this. Now, I'm not sure what art style I'm going to go for, but really in the beginning, I don't care. I'm not even going to look at that stuff. Talent trees? No. I'm just going to do complete skill based. Okay. I'm going to be logging off to you. I just wanted to go ahead, start this off, make sure that the people that were interested in it knew about it. I still have to go ahead and make a thumbnail for these videos. And I wanted to get some ideas down, see what everyone else wanted to have, or else I just go ahead and make the exact same game over, except using Unity 2017. So again, if anyone has any other deals they want to bounce off me, now's the chance. Then I guess next Saturday will be our first coding day. That'll give me a chance to organize all this into what I want to do and when. Any more ideas? I've seen some stuff pop up in stream, but it's not popping up on my chat. Did it break? Oh, people talking about art style? Yeah. Like I said, I don't worry about art style too much later on down the road. I find if you get too busy screwing around with assets and just the overall look of the game, you just get nothing done. You end up with a lot of really nice looking assets that you never end up using. We can come to that, figure it out when we come to it. I usually just have, when you're out of combat, you heal over time. I usually have like healing potions, and you can either just buy them off of NPCs or loot them. Do we want encumbrance? I've always liked games where you can only carry so much. And of course that can be reflected maybe by your strength. Like I've always liked games like that, but I think most people in games nowadays don't like that. They just want to hoard everything. Then you also have to, it could really add a nice twist to the game. Like you can't just loot and carry everything, right? So you've got your one sword on you and you're looting another one. Now, maybe you don't have enough, you're already too heavy. So you've got to decide, if I want to pick this new sword up, what do I get rid of? I actually like the idea that way. If you don't like it, you don't have to add it, but I think I am. especially if I can spell it right. I like the original Diablo system. They had spaces in your inventory and you had to put stuff in there and place it specific. I never liked that way. I don't want to do it like that. I'm just going to do it purely based off of strength. Well, it looks like chat broke on me. Let me go ahead and try to relaunch chat. I'm seeing chat coming through on my bot, but my bot does not get YouTube chat. So I'm going to try to go ahead and restart that. Well, it looks like Restreamio's gone Kaputski with my chat. Well, let me go ahead and take a look actually at YouTube. Yeah, there'll be ranged combat, melee, and ranged. And did we put magic system down? Spell system? Yeah. And you can also, I consider healing kind of a buff. You raise a stat, which is your health stat. So I'll cover that in there. There's no real way to join in the coding. I have it up on GitHub. If you want to go ahead and make a copy and just change stuff to do yourself, that's fine. As far as how long are the streams going to be? How are we doing here? No, looks like Restreamio really did Kaputski on me. Most weeks I'm going to go ahead and just set a goal. Here's what I want to get done this week. And, oh, did it work? Maybe, maybe not. And I'll just go ahead and keep going till I either reach that goal or, you know, I've just run out of time and I've got to go do something. It doesn't look like it's going to work today. Okay, if you've got any more questions, go ahead and answer them now, especially since chat's down. I'm going to have to try to figure out a different system to multi-stream and also be able to watch all the chat without having all these chat windows open. I only want to have one chat window open is the thing. Now the majority, if I can get Beam back up and running, that's the place I really want to do all of my streams too. But we're having trouble with it right now. Oh, sorry, I keep calling it Beam. It's called Mixer now. It'll be a while if I get that done. What about the progression? I'm not sure what you mean about the progression. Any sort of crafting stuff we have added down at the bottom here as, you know, something we can look at later on. Again, just stick to the absolute basics or else we're never going to get anything done. We end up with a bunch of half stuff done. It will be 3D. I'm just scrolling up here just to see the text. I'm not going to have any wall climbing or anything like that in it. As far as how long I'm going to be doing it once a week on Saturdays. It looks like didn't see anyone ask for a Sunday. That was the option between Sunday and Saturday. Saturday's fine. Sunday gives me a chance to get work done around the house. And Saturday we'll do the stream. Just let me quickly go over to YouTube and check. Or not YouTube, Twitch. Tasty Graph. Hi, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I can't afford to take 2 days to stream on a project. I need 1 day to actually get stuff done around the house too. If someone wants to hire me a maid, then I can stream 2 days. Okay, well, unfortunately, without being able to get this chat working, a little annoying constantly having to tab between two different streams to see the chat. Kick and punch. If you don't have a weapon equipped, then we can do some sort of like punching and kicking. But I'm not going to get into like martial arts. We have all these different moves. There is a library in the Unity Asset Store. Actually, there's a few of them. I'm trying to remember what they're called. That have a bunch of martial arts animations already on it. And if you've done anything with Mechanim, then you know how to call certain animations. And, you know, when they hit a certain button, let's say, I don't know, your R is your punch key. When you hit that, do the punch animation. You want to do a flying sidekick. I don't know, maybe they got to be moving forward and they hit F and that does the flying sidekick. So as long as you've gone ahead and done anything with Mechanim, you should be able to get it.
Welcome.
Rivion, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Twitch community. They have some free ones too. Let's go ahead.
You need
There's
to
some
shake
paid
this
ones.
thing.
Shut up, Grandma! Grow a beard! Dump in the beard! Drink to the beard! Cause beards are good! And strong!
Trying to remember what they're under. I know I've seen them before. But again, I don't plan on doing it, so I'm not too worried about it. I know there's some there. I think it's actually part of a big package, maybe under the CMU animation package that they uploaded, all the motion capture stuff. Anyway, I'll let you go ahead and dig around for it. They have a ton of that stuff already, if that's what you're looking for. I'm not sure what you mean by the question marks, level max. Oh, it's Ravion? Okay. Okay. Again, if you have any more questions or anything else you want to add to it, let me know. And next Saturday, we'll go ahead and we'll actually start coding this up and start looking for some basic assets that we might need. And again, like I said, if anyone has any stuff they want to go ahead and contribute, get a hold of me in the Discord server. Yeah, we will have an NPC, at least at the very least, to sell your loot to. And there might be like a basic set of stuff you can buy from them, plus potions. I'm not sure how I'm going to work with stuff like arrows. A lot of games nowadays, you just get a bow and you just start shooting away. Unlimited arrows. I still like the old school style where you don't have infinite ammo. I like being able to like let the player carry like 100 arrows max or tied into the encumbrance system. And they have to choose, you know, do I want to carry 100 arrows now? Or maybe I only want to carry 50 arrows and, you know, a bigger stack of healing potions. You know, I like making players have those decisions. And I like having those decisions myself when I play. Or else I just become a pack rat and I just buy as much storage as possible and just carry everything with me. Now, we're not really going to have a lot of areas in the game, at least not in the first version. One area, one outdoor area to run around and play around in. Besides that, later on, like I said, I do want to play on level design, so I know I am going to go ahead and create multiple levels. But for at least the first version, just one level. That's all I need to run around in. Once you've gone ahead and made one level, you can go ahead and make as many as you want after. Okay, and let me quickly check the rest of the chat, and then we'll call this one done because I've got to go ahead. And wow, it's already 4:30. I got 2 hours to get my kid a rocket, learn how to use it, and get him to his Boy Scout meeting. So let me catch up on chat. Yeah, on YouTube, you're asking if this is going to be uploaded and watchable later. Yes, all the YouTube streams automatically get uploaded to YouTube after the stream is done, and you can go ahead and watch it there. I'm sure a lot of people after watching the video will go ahead. There'll be like a lot of comments and stuff they want. But maybe we can actually save that for the beginning of each other videos where I go through and maybe answer some of those questions. That might be a good way to do it. We'll see. But let me catch up, and then I've really got to get going. Like I said, I got 2 hours to get my kid ready. Multiplayer we have written down at the end. Again, not something we're putting in the first version. Yes, it is live right now, in case you can't tell. And it will be up on YouTube. You can go watch the whole thing later if you want. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do a collision. If I'm just going to go ahead and, like when he swings his sword, is there a way to search Twitter? This might be easier to show a graphic that I had up for another game I made with battle cubes. Basically, I put an arc in front of someone, and let's say he's got a sword that can attack at maybe, I don't know, 160 degrees in front of him, and maybe it has a range of, I don't know, 3. So he hits attack, he swings his sword, and anything that was in that arc gets hit, or maybe the first thing in that arc gets hit, depending on how you want to do it. Maybe it's an area of effect, maybe it's a one attack only type thing. We could do it that way. It is a little bit more complex. I don't know if I want to do collider based combat where you have a collider on the sword and you swing. If you hit something, then like we can. I guess it's not that hard. I think it's a little bit more system intensive. But we can go ahead because that gets into the way I like to do it that way is when we go ahead and use multiple layers for colliders. We can look at that, but again, that's a little bit further down. I'm not too worried about which system I'm going to pick. We got other things we got to work on before we get there anyway. There will be no horse riding, swimming, or boat sailing in this. Again, I'm just sticking to the basics. I'm not sure what you mean about a multi-file save system. Pretty much everything I'm just going to save probably in player prefs. Especially since it's a single player game, there's really no way to stop someone from cheating. Doesn't matter how creative you're going to get, especially since it's going to be open source. People are going to be able to see exactly how you're doing everything anyway. And if they want to cheat, they're going to cheat. But there's no point in spending a bunch of time trying to stop them because one person is going to figure it out, and then everyone else is just going to follow suit. Yeah, we're not making Skyrim. Remember, I'm one person, and I'm doing this once a week. So there's only so much I can do. Okay. And to quickly jump back over to Twitch, answer any questions there. And then I've got to go. I can already hear everyone bouncing around. What could you provide? Basically just assets. I've already got one person that said that they're going to make some okay-ish 3D models. They're okay. They're learning how to 3D model. They've gotten okay at it. So they've said they'd go ahead and make some 3D models for us. We don't have anyone that's doing any 2D stuff. So there's that. Sound. As we go along, you'll see opportunities to go ahead and contribute assets to the project. Go ahead and get a hold of me on Discord. That would be the best way. Right now, I'm not saying go out and make a bunch of assets and just try to ship them to me, because let's wait till we actually get stuff going. Then you can start working on assets if you want to contribute. And again, to reiterate, make sure that you're okay with people using these assets in ways that you never intended. It's all just going out to the public, and everyone's just free to use it. Interactions with physics environment. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Like chopping down a tree. There's not going to be any tree chopping. As far as like running into a wall and it stops you, yes, there'll be that. Like anything crafty or anything like that, anything that isn't really a core game mechanic as far as just getting something up and running, is going to be added to the afterline. Yeah, there'll be a way to save at least your character and position and the position you are in the quest. But I'm not sure, like, I'm not going to save every mob in the game, its location, its state, and everything else. Like, when you stop your game, when you reload it up, it loads every mob back up and everything else. I'll save the player and the stuff associated with the player, but that's it. No stealth or climbing. Unfortunately. Again, like this is stuff we can add later. Someone else brought it up. I don't think I wrote it down. I think I've seen some free climbing and stealth animations. I'm trying to remember. I know there was some on Mixamo, so we can go ahead and grab them from there. I think I've seen some other places with them too. So as far as the animations go, it's not that bad, and climbing isn't that hard either. My 2D series where we went ahead and had a ladder, you can climb a ladder. You can do the exact same thing, but in 3D, but you're just calling a different animation. So when he hits that collider and he's pushing up and he starts climbing, you just play that animation as long as he's in contact with that one long, thin, invisible collider. Yeah, I've played around with Fuse a little bit, not a whole lot. I think the last week of school I started playing around with it, making characters and adding animations to them. I want to do a little bit more with it. And Fuse is not free for everyone. So it's not something I want to be able to tell people, hey, just go get Fuse, because you need an active Adobe subscription in order to use Fuse. Fuse itself is free, provided you already have the active subscription. It doesn't look like it, but I like I said, I've got to get going. I'll also just stand here all day. And my poor son will not have a rocket for his Boy Scout things. Okay, one more quick check. The videos will be placed on YouTube for everyone. It's all live stream, so it's kind of hard to do Patreon only. It only started because there was enough people on Patreon that actually wanted to see the series. I'm not finishing the old one. Like the old one's 6 years old. I'm not going to go back and try to figure out what I was working on 6 years ago, especially since Unity's changed so much. Every so often I'll go back when someone says something doesn't work, and I'll look at it and be like, yeah, it works. You're just doing it wrong. But outside of that, I very seldom ever look at the project. I'd rather just start over with all the new stuff inside of Unity. Or else I'd probably spend more time gutting everything that we did and upgrading it to the new stuff, like the whole new UI system. Back then we were using OnGUI. That alone would probably take a while just to update everything. Okay. So for the people that are just showing up, sorry. This will be uploaded to YouTube. We've gone over an hour already. And it doesn't look like we have any more new ideas coming up. So I'm going to get going, and I'll see everyone next Saturday at noon. I'm on Eastern time. So it's 4:40 now. So think tomorrow, a week from yesterday, 4 hours and 40 minutes in the past. One more check. Okay. Thanks everyone for showing up. We got a lot here to start working on. I'm going to go ahead and start organizing this out in the order that I want to start working on stuff. And I'll see everyone on Saturday, I guess. I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye.